Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. It is a pleasure to meet you and see you this morning. It is Saturday, April 29. The month is almost over. Tomorrow is Children's Day. Children's Day. I don't know how Children's Day is celebrated elsewhere, but I notice a lot of my friends changing their Facebook profile photograph to reflect a photo of their childhood. So maybe, Luna, what do you want? Oh my goodness, Luna is just wanting to be pet nonstop this morning. I think Luna senses that it is Saturday. And she wants to spend a lot of quality time with me later on today. I see a bunch of friends already saying hello. Christoph, I have a date with you on Wednesday, and I think it's Wednesday. I'm going to meet a friend at your secret wine bar. I'm looking forward to that. And here we are. Oh my God, I'm so scattered. I don't know why. This is Coffee and Headlines, Paco Focus. This is our morning get together for headlines here and in the state and in the country. All kinds of good news that we gather for you, or interesting news, along with your own comments and ideas. We put all that information to good use as we try to connect with each other and with our destination, our city, Puerto Vallarta, as a community of English-speaking locals. As always, we invite you to let us know that you're watching live for the first time by writing the word new in your comment. And if you have something really important that you wish to share with everyone, kindly ask a capital letter Q, and we'll be glad to acknowledge it during the comment section. Let us see what's going on. That's my iced coffee, by the way, and Luna has been trying to get to it. She seems to like iced coffee. Let us start with this very unfortunate photograph of Governor Alfaro, who was in Puerto Vallarta. I don't know if the news outlets put these photos, choose these photos deliberately or not, but Governor is happy. The student probably looks like he doesn't want to hear from the governor, but what do I know? All I know is that Governor Alfaro was in the city to participate in several events, which we will outline separately. He is seen here in the final day of the implementation of the Escolas Ocurrentes Jalisco program for teenagers that we announced earlier this week that took place at the International Convention Center. The headline remarked that Governor Alfaro was heavily guarded by state troops. Another activity that brought Governor Alfaro to the Bay was the delivery of the El Salado Estuary, after 34 million pesos were invested in its remodeling. At the opening, he said, and I quote, "The commitment with the environment here in the state of Jalisco is firm. We're not thinking about future elections or political maneuvering. We are here thinking of future generations and the legacy we leave behind for them." End quote. It is worth mentioning that after public consultation, it was possible to increase the protected area at El Salado from 169 to 209 hectares. And finally, It was also announced that during the following weeks and until further notice, guided visits to the El Salado Estuary are free of charge. All you have to do is visit the El Salado Facebook page and schedule one or make your reservation there. Of course, we will feature their Facebook page in the show notes. Governor Alfaro also made a quick stop at the Mexico Open golf tournament taking place at Vidanta as part of the PGA Tour, an annual golf tournament conducted by the Professional Golfers Association of America and one of the 4 men's major championships in professional golf. We don't have much to say about that, but needless to say, everywhere Alfaro went, he was grilled by local, state, and national media on the unfortunate situation that has been taking place at the Vehicle Verification Center. Once again, Governor Alfaro affirmed that blackmail, threats, and street blockings will not be allowed in Puerto Vallarta. You've got the wrong governor, he said. And for those local members of the Morena party that may be inciting the protests, he said that they quickly forgot how the local faction of the party had already approved the implementation of the verification center, and he had papers to prove it. Finally, he encouraged our Mayor Michel, of the Morena party, to not be manipulated by protesters. And where was Mayor Michel in all of this? He was washing his hands, apparently. I'm quoting Mayor Michel in saying, I've done what I could to look after the interests of locals. Now, the opening of the verification center is vouched by a court mandate, so it is up to the state government to figure things out. And that's what our mayor apparently said. So, on the one hand, you have Governor Alfaro saying, no, we're not going to allow anything like this to continue happening. But what do we have scheduled for tomorrow? Well, this showed up on social media. Another mega manifestation, another mega protest at the Ameca Bridge for tomorrow, starting at 8 a.m. in the morning. We're sorry for the inconveniences, it says in red letters. So, I just don't know what to tell you anymore about these situations. All I can say is if they announce it, just stay home or avoid traffic. If you need to get somewhere and you can reschedule, just do that. And I wish I had more comforting news to say on the matter, but, again, we've said before that this sounds like a broken record. We just don't know exactly to what extent the government is going to be able to implement these mandates from Governor Alfaro. We shall see. Now, to wrap the formal news, I have something totally unrelated but somewhat amusing. Sonora Governor Alfonso Durazo has announced an ambitious project of a vehicular bridge connecting Baja California with Mexico's mainland at its narrowest point, which is 74 kilometers of length. Yes, we are talking about building 74 kilometers of highway over the water, which would connect the mainland with Baja. And there are much longer over-the-water bridges elsewhere in the world. The longest one, I did a quick I did some quick research this morning. The longest one is in China, and it's a lot longer than that. But we just don't know if this will come to fruition or not, and we certainly don't know when. What we do know is that it's time to look at our weather forecast, which says, oh, Governor DeSantis. I gotta love this because snarky weather says, you come at the mouse, you best not miss. I have to assume that this has to do with Disney versus DeSantis. It is 23 degrees right now. Humidity is at 62%. Our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees is 74. And our weather forecast for today says clear skies through the day with a high of 29 and a low of 18. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be a humid day with mostly cloudy skies through the day, a high of 29 and a low of 18. And we will begin the work week on Monday with a humid day with mostly clear skies and a high temperature of 29 and a low temperature of 19. I have a couple of extra news items that I wish to share with you. And this has to do with, let me set it up, with the Folkloric Dance Festival that is coming. They have held a press conference in which there is more information available regarding specific performances, which will begin tomorrow and continue until May 7th. The details can be found in this article in paragraph format, so it's kind of difficult to read, but hopefully we will see an outline of all their activities published in their social media in the near future. Looking more like a nuclear reactor than anything else, this is Guadalajara's Dulces de la Rosa ginormous marshmallow, which was announced and unveiled yesterday. Why it seems to be contained within a glass-proof environment is a mystery to me, but you're looking at a 648.4 kilo bonbon. Yes, that's a big marshmallow. It's a lot of sugar, and it obviously has created a new Guinness World Record for Mexico. We say it often, we don't understand this obsession with the records, but what can I tell you? I wonder if it's, never mind. I just think it's weird. Anyhow, last but not least, we have another glimpse into her everyday life from our dear friend Christy Frederick, who watches regularly. Hello, Christy. We have found out that Christy now seems to be in charge of a bunch of baby raccoons, and they chirp like they were purring. Take a look. Oh, so cute and so tiny. Now, from doing the research that I've done, well, not research, but from watching other videos about people that nurse wild animals back into the wild, I understand that the advice is to not get too close to them, not to pet them too much, because then you would make it difficult for them to reacclimate themselves to the wildlife. So I wonder how that works in real life. Maybe Christy, if you're watching, you can give us some detail, because I know that I would be compelled to pet them all day long and to play with them, but I know that sooner than later they become wild animals again. So I don't know the details, but I think I've said this before. I think it's wonderful that Christy endeavors to take care of these rescue animals and bring them back to good health and hopefully set them free eventually. So let's take a quick look at what everybody is up to this morning. Wonderful good mornings aside. Oh my goodness, here's a good morning with 1, 2, 3, 4 exclamation marks. Hello, Jeff John Costa. I love multiple exclamation marks when they are for something positive. I never get when people use them a lot and they're complaining about something. It sounds like yelling, but I don't mind it when it is a happy message. Let's see what we have here. Earl's about to board on a plane heading back to Puerto Vallarta. Wonderful. And another one, Jimmy Doucette is going to be in town in less than 48 hours. Wonderful. Let's see. I see a queue. For Children's Day in Bahia de Banderas, a racer vehicle parade from just left from Bucerias ending in San Juan. Lots of children were invited to ride in them. How fun. I love it. And I see a bunch of I see a bunch of a couple of comments about the adorable raccoons. Daniel says, "Oh no, don't let us become Mazatlan." I suppose this has to do with the construction of that bridge. Every time I see huge construction over the ocean, my ignorant mind thinks about potential damage to the environment, and I hope that is not the case. I also don't know what you dislike about Mazatlan, Daniel. If you dislike something about Mazatlan, I actually have been wanting to go back to Mazatlan sometime in the near future, because the opening of the largest aquarium in all of America is happening, or will happen sometime in the near future, and it happens in Mazatlan, and I'm really excited to see it. So we want to do that. And we also want to take the ferry from Mazatlan to Baja California at some point, because I understand it is a lot of fun. That's what they say. I don't know, haven't done it, but it's definitely on my bucket list. Also on my bucket list is to go to Costco today. I need to get some things. And then, of course, Logan sent me an evil photograph of a bag of Butterfinger popcorn, which is now available for sale at La Comer. So I may actually end up taking a little dip into La Comer to explore this delicacy, which I've never tried. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of another week and at the end of this broadcast. As always, I thank you for your company. I thank you for your comments and your suggestions and your support. And I am almost certain that our next music appreciation presentation will be titled "Blame It on the Bossa Nova." We'll see over the weekend. Between now and next week, stay happy, stay kind, and I will hopefully see you sometime soon. Take care.